Aloha Pile 1, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your weekly reading of what does the next 7 days have in store for you. We're going to look at the energies, what advice, what possible things may be coming in, and just get a generalized view here. I want to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand, so super grateful for that. We have just come out of a pretty transformative and emotional time. We just finished up last week the eclipse cycle, as well as we had an X-class solar flare. So we are incarnated at the time of great change. And so with all of these planetary changes, because we also have had the hurricanes in the U.S., lots of different changes in turmoil between countries. So there's a lot of chaotic type of energy that is up collectively. And so we all filter that through very differently. And we're going to look at this at how maybe you can know what's coming this week and really utilize those energies rather than being overcome by them, because that is sometimes does happen, but we can use this transformative and transmutative time to really move forward in not just our goals and outcomes, but really in our evolution as a human, okay, as a species. Okay, so let's get to it. You guys chose Deep Diver, diving into a task. Let me get your other oracle cards, and then we'll get started with it here. Ooh, okay. Beautiful. Next, we have Mermaid of Lemuria, which is joy. And then they want 3 of these cards, the astrology deck. Okay. Amazing. Okay. Pile 1. So the next 7 days we have Deep Diver. So you're diving into a task. That task is this deep dive into joy in your dreams. So it's interesting. I feel like Pile 1, that this next 7 days, you may be quite busy physically, right? With different tasks, work, if you're building something, if you're an entrepreneur, or you're quite literally building a home or building, business or a relationship or whatever it may be that you're building, you're going to have a lot of different tasks to do. But the main overarching task for you is to move into and dive into joy. We have the Mermaid of Lemuria. Okay. So some of the corrections that you might be making at this time is to dive into the task of loving your body, of loving the contrast, of loving your lineage, okay? And in moving into this transformation, the transformation is into joy, okay? So it's interesting. I feel like you may be a little bit busier than usual as far as the tasks are concerned, or might be invited to more things. But at the same time, you're going to be utilizing that to build your joy. We have Neptune, dream and transcend. We have Scorpio, intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. And then we have Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. Okay, so part of your task that you're deep diving into this week, beyond your regular day-to-day work and what you're building, they are suggesting that you go into a space of meditative reframe, right? That you go into the dream time. Because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Pluto's in Capricorn until the 19th of November. And then we have Aquarius. Pluto's going into Aquarius. We're moving into that Aquarian age. So this is actually a week for you, Pile 1, where you are purging the past and integrating into joy. And you're dreaming and transcending that purgy energy. You're deep diving. Did you know Scorpio, out of the water signs, is the deepest diver? They dive to the deepest parts of the ocean. My kahuna used to call the Scorpios the angler fish. And angler fish, they go, they're in the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean, because Scorpionic energy deep dives into the taboos, the unseen, the things that people do not want to acknowledge and bring to the light and accept and integrate. But you have the opportunity to do that now. And we have Aquarius. You're going to be dreaming into this. This week is actually dreaming into your future. You're dreaming into, okay, what are my original ideas? How can I be how can what I have, how I can serve, help the community? You'll be getting different ideas, and through your meditative process, when you have some moments to just relax and let the thoughts release from the mind, that's going to open space for you to come into a new dream. Okay, so this is kind of a duality this week for pile 1, because I really do feel like you're going to be ramping up as far as physical busyness and what you're building. They are asking any task that you do, determined to do it joyfully, even if it's something that you're not really that interested in. The joy of it, that Lemurian energy, that correction, right, is going to bring you back to those higher frequencies. And when you have a time to be by yourself, I would say really balance this week between activity and privacy. Scorpio is extremely private. They are extremely, because they're deep divers, they do that internally and with themselves. It's not a big group energy with that. So you're going to be balancing the two. Okay, let's get a few of the Light Seers Tarot cards and go a little deeper. So for my pile 1, what's this week look like? I really like this actually, because what they're saying to me right now is this week really programs your future next few years, okay? Because what you're doing in that balancing and that dreaming is bringing about a deep change for you. And so go ahead and dive headfirst into the task, even though you don't know what it's going to unfold as. But if you put your whole self into it and use that dreaming quality and use the depth of Scorpio and the breadth of Aquarius, that's going to really open some doors for you. All right, we have Knight of Cups coming out first. Empress. Yeah, pile 1, you're shining this week. We have 5 of Wands. Okay. 2 of Swords. Queen of Cups. Okay, 8 of Cups. So some of this this week, it's going to require you to maybe walk away from something that you really loved in search of the new, okay? We have overall energies, Ace of Swords, and underneath that's Ace of Wands. These are 2 powerful beginnings. There's truth coming out. So as you're diving into the task here, so we have first row, beginning of the week here. We have Knight of Cups, 2 of Swords, and 10 of Wands, okay? You have that burdens releasing, the scorpionic energy of the purging that's happening. Dive into the task of doing that, of revealing what you don't see already. We have Knight of Cups. This is dual fold. I feel like you do, if you're looking for love, there does look to be like there is opportunity here for that, but that you may really be kind of moving away from an old idea or belief system about love is more of what this week is. You're preparing yourself for the new love. For those that are single or looking for love or who have been in a situationship specifically, I feel like this week you end those situationship patterns and actually choose to be sacred and choose to be unburdened, okay? This is the 10. This is the end of those burdens. The 9s are the end. The 10s are the dead end that lead to the Fool. Okay. So Knight of Cups, how I feel this is, yes, you may have someone come with an offer from their heart or say something from their heart, but it feels like more so that you're unburdening yourself from anything that doesn't feel like love to you, anything that has been old or stagnant. We have Empress energy midweek with the Queen of Cups and the Six of Wands. This is dual fold as well. Both of these energies are you, pile one. You're in the Empress energy and really focusing on your heart. You are going to be recognized. And the dual fold is, this is you coming in that will be recognized by a mentor or someone who you really look up to. You're going to have a aha moment, maybe even a conversation. This could be something that you see on the internet, so it may not be a personal conversation, though it can be if it's your mentor, but you're going to be recognized. It's time for you to be seen, pile one. It's diving into that task of joy, really validating yourself and seeing your great qualities, what you bring to the world, and it does bring public recognition. It is a victory after a battle. This feels like this is in your spiritual and business frame, okay? Even though you're coming through from your heart, this feels like this is from your business frame. End of the week, we have the Five of Wands, Eight of Cups, and the King of Cups. Five of Wands can be conflict and competition. It was originally armies would go to, they would train for battle, and this would be the soldiers training with each other on preparing for the conflict or when that comes, to be able to work as a team, to be able to work together to reach that light, that goal. Now, we have King of Cups, and you had come through as Queen of Cups. And like I said, some of you may be leaving a situationship or something that still has the flame burning, but you are moving this week. You're really moving towards the sun. She is leaving that old cup and moving towards the sun. And so I feel like this week, pile one, you are eliminating distractions. In your dreaming and joy, you're really being honest with yourself. Scorpionic energy does such a deep dive. It is extremely honest with what the deeper, darker undercurrents are. And does that work with you? Because the King of Cups is very, holds the emotion really well, but doesn't always express what they need to. That being said, I feel like this is the divine masculine part of you. You have the divine masculine and feminine. That after this recognition in the middle of the week, you're going to be holding the seed and walking away from something. This could be a job. This could be a relationship. It feels mainly like a belief system about yourself that would keep you from your highest potential. What I'm hearing is that this is a turning point for you, pile one, that this week you really turn things around and move towards your dream with confidence. And even though there are some burdens to let down, there are some things to navigate, you are looking at the greater joy rather than the temporary uncomfortability of making a decision that may mean that you walk away from something or someone that you love. And it doesn't necessarily even mean that you walk away forever, but this week is really about you coming into recognition of your power, how you're going to show up in the world, and leaving once and for all a situation or situationship where you are undervalued or breadcrumbed, and that can be in work, your own health, the way you think about yourself, or a romantic relationship. But it's like, I'm seeing this, like, I'm done with it. I'm done with this behavior because I want something different in my life, right? And so you're choosing you're choosing to see some of the ugly and do it with joy so that you can expand your consciousness and your gifts to the world around you. So I love this for you, pile one. deep dive into that. We need you. We need your gifts and abilities, and we need you to be free to move about the world. Because I feel like in making those decisions, it's like some things opened up underneath my ribs and I'm able to kind of move a little bit better. I want to stretch. I want to breathe. Woo! Yes. Ooh. And so that is what I have for you. And I'm really proud of you guys. So keep with it this week. Do your task joyfully. Remember, after enlightenment, we chop wood and carry water. Before enlightenment, we chop wood and carry water. Okay. So continue on your path. You're doing great. You are going to be recognized, but do let go of the things that don't serve you, because it's making room for really, really great recognition. And it's opening the doors for your next like 2 to 3 year cycle. Okay, so thank you guys so much. And until next time, aloha. Aloha pile 2. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with, that came flying out the deck. All right, coming to you with your weekly forecast. What's happening in the next 7 days for pile 2? So we're going to look at what the energies are, any information from spirit. We have gone through a really transformative time in the last couple of weeks. We have finished up the eclipse cycle for the fall-winter cycle. Excuse me, I'm trying to get readjusted. So I feel like that's in your energy moving into this week as you're just readjusting. We also just had an X-class solar flare, the hurricanes, on the U.S. There's unrest as far as between countries. There's a lot of chaos type of energy in the world right now. And what we're looking at is how can you use that? Okay, how can you use that for your benefit? Because we are leveling up as a species, as a planet. Okay, we are entering into a mutative process that we have been in, an evolutionary process. So we're at a very transformative time. And those of us that are on Earth right now, and especially those that watch my videos, are the ones that are here to lead and change and help the Earth to move through this transition, and the humanity to also move through the transition. So you're here to learn how to use this energy rather than be overcome by it. And so that I will leave that there. All right, let me get 2 more of these cards. Okay, amazing. We have Lay of the Land, Ancestral Wisdom. Okay, pile 2. This week is pretty big for you as far as a spiritual wisdom, as well as possibly physical. Okay, so we also have Isis, Sacred Contracts. I'm getting 2 messages with this. So on the metaphysical, the spiritual side, you are going to be downloading, working with your ancestral wisdom. Okay, some of you may even be connected, already drawn to Isis. And so there are sacred contracts that are opening at this time for this week. And so there's going to be a big dose of spiritual energy coming for pile 2. You may feel like you're downloading information that you just, how do I know this about my ancestors? Wisdom is uploading. So information or intellect, okay, academia, that is information. That's a download. Wisdom is what to do with the information. Okay, comes from experience, not just downloading information. So you have intellect, which can be just a download of information. It's actually the shadow side of one of the gene keys if you're into human design and gene keys. And wisdom is the higher octave. It's having the experience. So you are going to be culminating this wisdom from the experiences you have had, but also the experiences that your ancestors have had. Now, with lay of the land, sacred contracts, and ancestral wisdom, for some of you, this may have to do with actual land, either buying and selling land, going to land, and it's your sacred contract to like be a grid worker. But this feels like you actually have a not just a communication, but also you have a opportunity to either buy or sell land. That's not going to be for everyone, but it is in your sacred contract because it's part of your ancestral job, your ancestral wisdom. So while that won't be for everyone, you know, there is actual physical land that you're getting the lay of the land, putting the grid in, and actually maybe buying or selling. This would look like closing on a contract, right? And that it is the sacred divine timing to do that contract. All right. We have Gemini, curiosity, intellect, and networking. We have Virgo, integrity, reverence, and service. And we have House 10, structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. Okay, so we have the Gemini part is the intellect and the curiosity, but you're going to combine that with the ancestral wisdom. So you're going to be networking with people. This is actual, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. This is card of conversation. Okay. Then we have Virgo, which is integrity, reverence, and service. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. So this week is going to have lots of conversations, lots of networking for you, pile 2. And it is sacred contract. It is divine timing. It is to do with your ancestral wisdom. If you can be around elders this week, this is going to give you higher level wisdom and being able to share with each other with that. Any contracts that you do, please do them with integrity, with reverence. You know, hold yourself to a higher standard at this time, because then we have House 10 ruled by Capricorn, and it's structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. So for some of you, you really are coming into your life mission and building those structure. We have lay of the land. So if you are getting actual physical land, you're going to have the lay of the land. You're going to have the ideas moving through. You're going to put the structure in and have the discipline. And it's going to come from this ancestral wisdom of what is my life mission, my life contract? How can I move forward with what is for me, right? So pile 2, you're going to be asking those questions. And how does it work with the community? Because you have the networking piece with this. And so, you know, how does my life mission work with the community, and how can we put that into a structure? Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. So House 10 has that Saturnian energy, which says, make a structure, remove your limiting beliefs and emotions, because you can have this on earth. You are going to have this wisdom on earth, and you're going to have the lay of the land on earth, and maybe actual land. But they are asking you to make a structure, okay? Be disciplined about that. But there's also an accomplishment to be had that is something that your ancestors have been working towards, and you're the accomplishment in your ancestral line, okay? So this week, there's an actual accomplishment either in your career or in the way that you process this information. I just saw somebody graduating from like college. I know we're not really at that time of graduation, but this is a timeless reading. So maybe when you see it, you'll be graduating, and it's like no one else in the whole family had ever gone to school. You know, so there's a lot of different ways in which this ancestral wisdom can come through, but you're definitely going to be having an accomplishment this week. Okay. All right, we have the moon. Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords. Okay. King of Wands, Six of Swords. Okay, lots of people in your reading, which I have no doubt that that's there. All right, Four of Swords. This information is actually going to help you. This overall energy is about healing. It's about the return of fertility. It's about the return of fertile ideas. It's about recalibrating your nervous system. It's about, you know, you kind of being in the nest and the ancestors actually caring for you. We have the first part of the week. We have the Moon, King of Wands, and the World. Okay. This says you're going to be entering into a whole new life, whole new contract. You don't necessarily see it coming. So look what is hidden. We have King of Wands here, which could be a fire sign male. He's holding this that has the rune of opening. There is an opening that's happening. And the Moon is actually the Queen of Cups, but underwater. Okay. In this deck. Ooh, excuse me. I feel like you've been working on something for quite some time because I just got very tired, had to yawn, and you may not see how this is all going to come through right there at the beginning of the week. So there may be a little bit of fatigue, but you're persevering with your mission and what you're trying to accomplish. And that's actually going to open the world for you. The world is the largest card of change in the deck. It says you're really changing to a whole new world. You're moving through a passageway. And this also can indicate, especially since we have contracts and other things, in a very physical way, it can indicate contracts that come through via online. So via the World Wide Web, as it were, so the internet. So just be paying attention to which contracts or opportunities or ancestral wisdom that just pops up even on your social media feed. There's something about it that's going to click things into grid for you, for your mission, and for what you are here to accomplish. Midweek, we have Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and Nine of Swords. Okay. What I want to say with this is all is well. So we've got this overarching energy of being a little bit overwhelmed. Okay, Nine of Swords can be overthinking, insomnia, anxiety. It's like moving into the future, sleepless nights kind of thing. But that being said, Spirit's got you. So we have Queen of Pentacles. This feels like your energy and also an ancestor's energy or a role model or mentor that is actually working with you. Notice the ease at which she sits on her throne. She's at peace. Resources are taken care of. So while there may be some energies on or around you that have been in your ancestral flow that has had to do with anxiety, despair, depression, you're coming out of that. So Spirit's taking you out of the choppy waters and into the clear waters, into the ease. Okay, so let yourself move into that ease and that flow. You're going to have resources that come available. This came right under the card of Virgo. Okay, so you might be a Virgo or the person you're dealing with could be. Okay, but there is flow of resources and it's coming from this ancestral way, and it is an opening for you. We have King of Swords, Queen of Cups, and Eight of Wands at the end of the week. And this is communications, okay, from your network. We have King of Swords, card of Libra. And male or female matters not. It's an energy, can be a male air sign, but that's actually helping with the contracts. This is the part of the week that has to do with structure, discipline, actually putting in your life mission and your accomplishment. We have Queen of Cups. So you've got a couple of different people that are going to be coming in for incoming communications. Metaphysically, this is ancestors, male and female, who are going to be downloading information for you. physically, if you're working on different contracts with your work and business, this is communications, fast incoming communications. So some things that you've been working on, excuse me, the structure in the contracts are going to take form at the end of the week. Okay, so keep with it. Pile 2, I feel like there's a little bit of perseverance needed. I feel like my energy is like, oh, like, can we just move through this this phase? Can we just move through this part of the goal or the outcome? You know, what else do I need to learn? You're like at that crunch time within yourself, a piece of change within yourself, but also with a goal or an outcome that you are having. You're right at that precipice. And so keep with it. You're going to get the communications that you need. Do ask for help from your ancestors, that they send you the correct people or information, so that you have the wisdom, so that you can experientially walk this walk and path, and move forward from there. So I'm really happy for you, Pile 2. I'm going to leave it there. Love this energy. You've got this, and you are well supported. Okay, so thank you so much. And until next time, aloha. Aloha, Pile 3. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your reading for the next 7 days. We're going to look at the energy, see which things might be coming in, which things may be working for you here. And so, and how you can surf the energy. We have had some really kind of intense transformational energies the last couple of weeks. We've just finished up the eclipse season for the fall winter, having that change of seasons. And we just had an X class solar flare. So the beginning of this week, there's going to be some of those energies that are moving through. And so that can be quite chaotic. So we're seeing that in unprecedented hurricanes in the US. We're seeing that in governments and countries being in conflict. You may have had your own emotional conflicts with people around you. And so this is saying, we see you, we hear you. We're going to look at how we can move forward and use that energy to benefit rather than not. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand. So I'm so grateful for you. And so let's get to it. All right, you guys chose the Dust Devil. Moving out of stagnation. Hey, hey, love that. Gorgeous. Ooh. All right, moving out of stagnation. And then you have Isis, the sacred contracts. Now, Pile 2 got this as well. So if you were interested in Pile 2, there might be information for you there. Very different energies. So, okay, so Dust Devil. So what they're saying is you have been in a period of stagnation. It may feel like the dust has been forming. It may have been a time where you feel like there hasn't been any movement or way to move forward. But we have Isis showing up here. Like, because even as I'm trying to talk, I'm like, have this thing stuck in my throat. So you may have had literal dust around you. Like, and so not just figuratively or metaphorically, you may have, because I'm feeling this cough in my throat. And so this is moving out of stagnation. Excuse me. Whew. I just had to yawn really big there. This is a lot of energy. We have Isis with sacred contracts. So Isis was a high priestess. She was a goddess. Still to this day is cherished. She was said to seed humanity, right? To be the mother of them all. And so there's this energy of you remembering your sacred contracts. And this has an element of divine timing to it this week. We have Taurus, trust, patience, and sensuality. We have House 9 of spiritual growth. And we have North Node, destined to have. Okay, so this week, first and foremost, pile 3, you're moving into a time of trust and patience and love for yourself. You're coming into spiritual growth. You're coming into your skills and abilities. Your North Node, excuse me, that you may have been scared of. My goodness. Okay. Excuse me. Wow, that's a big one, you guys. I just had to really cough that out. Okay, so there's a little bit of fear and objection here. But with the North Node, okay, North Node is your destiny. It is where you are going, who you are here to correct yourself, and who you are here to be. South Node is what we came in with, our junk, right? What we were before, what we're here to correct. This is saying you are having spiritual growth and moving into your North Node, who you're here to be, what you're blossoming into, corrections being made. This can look like leadership. This can look like love. We have Taurian influence here. So check your, pile 3, check your North Node. Some of you might have a Taurus North Node, which is about stability, sensuality. It's about practicality, patience, money, beauty, you know, so really moving into a different stability and stable place within yourself. Okay. Whew. Yeah, because that one has me really tired. I feel like you have been in this place of stagnation and so tired, pile 3. But it is in your Akashic records, your sacred contracts, that you have this, we'll say, destined energy. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily easy energy. So sometimes people think destiny is just like, oh, whoop, it plops in my lap and I don't have to do anything. Yes, life will still life. It'll still happen. But this is showing spiritual growth. So there's some things and some ways that you're growing that is going to be very important to you to actually participate in that spiritual growth, to move out of stagnation, waiting for it to come to you. Because there's even a bit of, I feel like, entitlement that may have been running in your life, that they're saying it's time to move out of that. Okay, it's time to move out of the stagnation. You can't live amongst obstacles your whole life, right? Okay, beautiful. Right, with the moon, you don't really see this coming. This is hidden. This is the Queen of Cups underwater. I feel like you've been in such stagnation and even heartbreak because of what I see coming here, like what some of the other cards. So you may have been going through a period of loss previously, confusion, not feeling like you're really all the way together. But we are going to have a full moon, super moon. It's not this week though. Okay, it's because it's seven days. But pay attention. This energy will move through into the full moon for you guys. Excuse me. I don't know where that's coming from. Let me get a drink. Okay, so I had to step away for a minute. And so in that stagnation, I feel like you've picked up the dust from others, maybe other entities, other people's emotions. There's an empathic response that has kept you from saying what you need to say, from moving forward. And this beginning of the week, you're going to be clearing that out, okay? I also randomly, I had to get water and to take a drink of pickle juice. So I don't know who that's for, but it may be useful for you. It's feeling like it's helping. So, hey, I am just the channel. So we have Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, Queen of Swords, first of the week. Okay. So yeah, you're going to be in contemplation. You've got your heart kind of stashed away there. All right. But part of this moving out of stagnation is, first off, we don't have to move too quickly. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So there is movement. It's slow movement. This is one of the slowest cards in the deck. So they're saying don't rush into anything. Destiny will take care of itself, okay? But they do want you to contemplate and meditate and really think about like your future. Start taking small steps that you have the patience to trust that, hey, who I am and what I'm here to give and be, there's going to start to be movement. I can invest myself. This is asking, where are you investing yourself? Where are you investing your energy, pile 3? Because it's time to, he's not on the horse yet, so it's not fast movement, but guess what? They're moving together. And all of these pentacles are how he's investing his time, money, resources, and thought patterns. 7 of Wands says, you are moving into shining your light from who you are, your being. I feel like for many of you, because the thing with Isis is like she was the mother of them all and able to hold her power. But at the same time, when you give yourself to the extent of not knowing who you are anymore, I feel like pile 3, some of you have given yourself to the extent that you don't know who you are anymore. And they're asking you to put yourself in your bubble, not stagnant, okay? Remember, it's a combination of movement and stillness. We're not running into the next thing. We are consciously investing. We're consciously putting the energy towards what we are investing in. We're thinking logically. Some of you got into this stagnation because you didn't want to think. You didn't want to do the contract work, as it were, right? It says sacred contracts, but this could be like real business contracts. This can be real pentacles. Pentacles are earth, all right? It's money. It's, you didn't want to make the spreadsheets. You didn't want to do the things. You maybe want it to be an airy fairyland, and there's a place for airy fairyland. But notice how it's balanced at the beginning of this week, that there is movement towards your goal and there is contemplation so that you know how to invest. There is the patience and the balance of both. The Queen of Swords is the card of Aquarius. She's thinking big picture, 50 years out, bringing it into the future. Midweek, we have spiritual growth. We have King of Wands, 3 of Swords, and 10 of Pentacles. This one, you guys, feels like you are healing from a broken heart, from something that you're having the spiritual growth. You're seeing the why someone came into your life. This could be, it feels romantic, you guys, but it also feels like you had a thought of how you wanted a family to be. And your resources. So it's like it can be a work partner as well. But this feels like you are having the spiritual growth, the aha moment from something that broke your heart, from something that you thought was going to be more than what it was. You had an opening with this person. So there's no doubt that you had the opening with this person, but you're going to actually be able to this week have some understanding about why it didn't work out, about the contract that you guys had together, and also there seems to be an opening in your resources. So 10 of Pentacles is my favorite card in the deck. It says all of your spiritual, emotional, and physical resource needs are taken care of. And so it's happy family, but it's also all the resources abundantly because of tens. And then we have the tree of life here, the Kabbalistic tree of life. Okay, so it's the spirit that comes all the way down to the earth plane. So you're having that totality and that completion. The spiritual growth is seeing that you have that inside yourself. I do feel like you may have a physical up level in money and start to meet some new community, but you're going to have an aha moment about why it didn't really work. I think you thought it was going to be with this person and build that type of family with a specific person. You're moving out of the stagnation of that. I feel like that's held you back. And so now this is moving into your next sacred contracts. Okay. Excuse me. That is a lot of coughing, you guys. So there may be parts of you that have an objection. There may be parts of you that want to be heard, okay? But let's let the parts of you that want to be heard, that have something positive to say, because I feel like what's been running you for the last several months, maybe years, has been the part that has been in heartache, and they're asking to move that forward, okay? We have the Two of Swords, so you don't see the destiny coming in because we have the North Node end the week. You don't see this change that's coming in, okay? Now, because you're watching this, you know that there's a change coming in. You don't know the what, okay, or the how, but you know there's a change coming in, so you don't have to be blind about this. This is like, Two of Swords is, you've blinded yourself. Like, she can take that blindfold off at any time. It's not even like fully connected to her. We have the Four of Cups. Then we have the Magician. All right. So with this, by the end of the week, Four of Cups, right now she's looking at the past. She's looking at the Three Cups that spilled out, what she has lost in friendships or relationship, or just the past, okay? But there is a new offer that's right here. This is the Ace of Cups, and this is the universe giving a gift, Ace of Cups, and it's the Magician. So this is a manifestation, and it's brand new. The Magician is the first card after the Fool. So the Fool takes the leap of faith, and then moves into being the Magician. Not the sorcerer, not the master, moves into being the Magician. The Magician has all the tools that it needs, but has to practice, okay? But has to do something, right? You can't just be, it's active, this manifestation. This does feel like an incoming person, situation, or opportunity for you that you're not expecting or seeing, okay? It is something that you've manifested, and it is a sacred contract, okay? Look at this from the side. You do not even see it coming because you're looking at what has just transpired and seeing some things about yourself, but you're moving into the North Node, and this is the destiny, okay? You're moving into your levels of magic, your sacred contracts. You finished we'll say, the karmic piece, the karmic contract that needed to be there. This is the new for pile 3. So you do have something new and amazing coming in. They asked me to look for one more card, and we have the Wheel of Fortune, and underneath that's Judgment, okay? You are going to have the life that you want. The Judgment card is the call. You're going to get your mission and your calling. And this week, with that spiritual growth and these sacred contracts in the North Node, there's going to be some aha openings for you that give you your mission in life, that let you know, hey, this is the way that I want to go. This is the forward movement. Now, that mission might look like, wow, I have a lot of joy around doing this thing, okay? I just saw myself crocheting, okay? I like to crochet. Does it make me a bunch of money? No. And I haven't been doing it because I'm like, oh, I'm focused on these other things that can make me money. So it may be something as simple as something that you enjoy to do that opens you up to your next mission for yourself. Okay. So it does not, and it can be that someone really comes in with an opportunity that's like, whoa, this is huge. Did not know that was my mission, but now I know for sure. And it will be a bit of a surprise, okay? I also feel like there's a tangible manifestation that comes in that you have been really wanting to have happen. I I will say if it's love romance, it's not with the person that you had a situationship with or were with that broke your heart. I'm getting this is all new energy, but it is something that is important to you, that you've wanted to experience and manifest, and the opportunity just presents itself. And it presents itself through a different form or a different person than you were expecting. But it brings a lot of joy, and it brings money, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So the wheel is turning in your favor. This is sacred contracts. So, if you're drawn to Isis, I would look at, her, the stories about her. Tune in your meditations to her, and really move into this space of opening yourself to the new, and really releasing this throat chakra situation. Express yourself. Allow yourself to be in the expression of your joy and who you're becoming, rather than who you were in the past. Excuse me. And even if it scares you, because it's like the voice is like catching in my throat, like right here, and like right in here. Okay, so it's almost out, but it's like catching there, the breath. So this is asking you to allow yourself to be seen and heard, and do little steps towards the things that you would like to achieve, okay? That will bring you a little bit more joy, okay? It's not fast steps. It's one step at a time, slowly. We've got some irritations around. We've got some little fly gnat thing that came out of nowhere, okay? So there may be a few little irritations that happen, but you know what? Go for your joy, and one step at a time. Pay attention to how you're investing your thoughts, time, and energy and money. Okay? Love you guys. I'm excited for you, because this is you stepping into your power, your mission. This week is really pivotal for you, because it opens up a door for what is going to be a mission that you have for the rest of your life, right? So, okay, guys, love you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Until next time, aloha.